Step down for ex-Lagos governor, Accord Party presidential candidates. And just at the front, on the front page of the Punch, you'll find a picture of flooding, blackout as 16 die in California flooding. Three stories, and we move to another paper. Nigerian passport falls by 38 places in global ranking. At the red corner of the Punch, you find two female suspects detained over Lagos missing baby. And finally, on the Punch newspaper this morning, federal government shortlist 139 bidders for gas projects.
At Premium Times newspaper, gunmen kill pregnant woman, 3 orders in Anambra. Nigerian doctors threaten fresh strike. Nigeria's Chief Justice talks tough, says judiciary won't be silenced on his watch. Nigerian police rescue 10 pregnant victims of human trafficking. Nigerian government approves 4.7 billion naira research grant for academics after report accusing SSS DG's wife of improper conduct. Agency alleges smear campaign. Gunmen abduct court president, ex-lawmaker in Edo. And on 2023, Buhari canvasses votes for Tinubu. Buni, no plan to cancel 2023 polls. Nigerian government. Nigeria MDAs to spend 22 billion naira on generator maintenance in 2023. Armed robbers kill students in Anambra. Train attack. Nigeria yet to win war on insecurity, Tinubu says.
And to the Daily Post this morning, DSS decries slander amid Emefiele's probe. Altercation between DG's wife, Kano NNPP candidate. British government internal poll shows Atiku is leading candidate. This is coming from Dele Momodu. Zamfara police arrest 2 suspected gun runners, recover arms, ammunition. Away from that, you find there will be no shortcut to justice. Fairness in judiciary under my watch. CJN Ariwola vows. Abuja court dismisses forgery suit against INEC. PDP, Borno Central Senatorial candidate. I was an orphan, never knew my father, Buhari reveals at APC campaign rally in Yobe. 250,000 out-of-school children. Governor Dere rallies parents, community leaders to reverse trend in Bayelsa. Terrorism may threaten elections in Northeast. This is from the Corn, West Africa. They're raising an alarm. Out of school children, I've taken that before. First non-indigenous Muslim, 12 others sworn in as commissioners in Cross River. Heads will roll over 23.7 trillion naira CBN's advances to government. Experts. And 2 more stories, and we move to another paper. There will be no more strike in our universities. Tinubu unveils plans. And finally, we did not deny Labour Party campaign venue. Delta government.
From Premium or Daily Trust newspaper, Kaduna North, inside rep, Samaila El Rufai, son's tug of war. Something to read there from Daily Trust newspaper. Sorry, we're not criminalizing debt or borrowing. Insecurity turned our children to scavengers, Niger parents. Nigeria must do better to prevent illegal mining. EFCC, ICPC cannot be scrapped. Federal government to establish railway community security outfits. How insecurity turned our children to scavengers. I took that already. UK fines GTB $9.3 million over weak money laundering control system. Some more here. Resident doctors threaten nationwide strike. Dark forces after me. DSS DG speaks on wife's row with Kano politician. 2023, no cause for alarm. Federal government assures Nigerians. Why Nigerians should dump APC, PDP, SDP presidential candidate. Customs targets more revenue in 2023. Promotes 1,490 officers. 3,973 youth soldiers to mobilize for Tinubu Oshibajo. Investing in technology is the way out way of the future. an elections forensic institute to curb fake certificates among politicians.
To the Vanguard newspaper this morning, foreign investment in agri sector down 37.9% to $59.2 million. Fear not, elections will hold, federal government. Away from that, CBN sensitizes marketers, guarantees availability of new notes. Electing Tinubu, who will guarantee education, security, economy. Buhari, 140,000 international passports still uncollected. Nigeria immigration. We can also find UK Embassy in Sweden hired Johnson's lookalike for Queen's Jubilee Party in 2022. Ozone layer recovery on track due to Montreal Protocol UN report. Saudi Arabia lifts pandemic restrictions on Muslim Hajj pilgrimage. 3 kidnappers killed in Cameroon's North region. 2023 Beavers solution to election rigging, PDP. And finally, before we go on our first commercial break this morning, 2023 elections sacrosanct must hold, Afenifere tells INEC. We'll be going on our first commercial break. When we come back, we'll be back with the analysis. Stay tuned, 94.9.
Wait. Remember our guy, Femo? What a character.
Yes, remember his usual 15 naira for 1 hour bundle on YouTube.
As in, he always knows the latest hits and bangers.
Yes, so even his comedy and series game is top notch.
Remember his nickname now?
Mr. Do It On Your Own. And also his come and see how to be this and that. Bros is well rounded.
Ada, come and see how to be a fashion designer.
Get 1 hour of YouTube video data for 50 naira and 3 hours for 130 naira on the MTN network. Simply dial *131*8*1# today. There's YouTube data for everyone on the MTN network.
They are giants in every sense of the word, and they bring entertainment that's just as big. Don't miss the first ever season of Big Brother Titan with Naija and Mzansi contestants under one roof. Get ready for intense drama, romance, and cameras 24/7. It's an unmissable season. Big Brother Titans starts on Sunday, the 15th of January on DSTV 198, GoTV 29, and Africa Magic. Get and stay connected to DSTV and GoTV for the biggest takeover. Big Brother Titans is rated 18. Headline sponsors Bamboo, Flutterwave, and Lotto Star.
láti ìlọ mẹ́ka lálọ́dé you fit fly ní kẹjá lọ.
asalaamu alaikum gbogbo mùsùlùmí ilẹ̀kùn hajj 2023 ti ṣí sílẹ̀ fún gbogbo ẹni tó fẹ́ bá wa ṣèrìn àjò lọ́dún yìí. iléeṣẹ́ alálùbáríkà you fit fly ní pé gbogbo wa o. hajj ìtọ́dún ní yàtọ̀ kọjá àtàtẹ̀yìnwá. ṣé ti wá mọ̀ pé àtètè sùn ní àtètè jí. ọ̀pọ̀ ti ń fowókọ́lẹ̀ níléeṣẹ́ you fit fly. ẹ̀yin náà tètè bá bọ̀ wá fowókọ́lẹ̀ fún hajj 2023 tí ó wáyé láàrin ọjọ́ kẹẹ̀ẹ́dógún oṣù kẹfà sọ́jọ́ keje oṣù keje ọdún 2023 pẹ̀lú ọ̀pọ̀ ètò tó mú ìgbádùn rẹpẹtẹ dání. ilégbé ìrọ̀rùn tí ò jìnnà sí haram àti mọ́sálásí ànábì Mádínà. síyára ọ̀fẹ́ lójoojúmọ́. oúnjẹ àjẹdọ́wẹ́kẹ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀mẹ́ta lójúmọ́. tó fi mọ́ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ètò tí ó mú ká ẹ ṣe àṣepé hajj tọdún ní. a jẹ́ pé a máa ń fa kókò ṣòfò mọ́. ẹ wá darapọ̀ mọ́ àwọn hujjaj lọ́fíìsì you fit fly tó wà ní success house 7up road olúyọlé main estate ring road ìbàdàn tàbí kẹ́ pé 0703-711-7801. hajj 2023 pẹ̀lú you fit fly inshallah àjọ lọ ni.
Are you looking for a quality hybrid of solar and wind? Solar panel, inverters, street lights, wind turbine, batteries. Well, look no further. Greater Light Power Limited is here to serve you with uninterrupted power generation, which makes them different from others. Greater Light Power Limited offers American-trained engineers for your installations. Contact Greater Light Power Limited at number 2 Ojo Badon Avenue, Old Bodija, Ibadan. For more information, call 0805-852-1994, 0817-759-5000. Website www.greaterlightpowerlimited.com. Greater Light Power Limited, bringing you a brighter life.
When something correct go show, we go see and where. Now we time to choose. Waiting correct. the correct team of Kola Abiola and Haro Zago for president and vice president. PRP victory!
You're listening to 32 FM 94.9.
We're back from the break. Good morning. If you just joined the radio, dial 94.9 Fenye station, 32 FM. I am Olutayo. Ogunade. We look at the papers now. Adenike Ademuwagun is right here.
And Austin Dumo joins us. Moving on.
Okay.
So the federal government has said the Port Harcourt refinery, which was initially scheduled to commence operations in December 2022, will now commence operations before the end of the first quarter of 2023. Now, speculations are it's been delayed to favor the Dangote refinery. How is this a possibility?
Well, good morning, Tayo and Adenike. Good morning.
Good morning.
I will say good morning to our listeners too. Yeah, initially it was supposed to be operational December 2022. Now it has been postponed. If you look at the level of work, by December, of course, the federal government through the NNPC also came out to hint the public that the state of work is around, I think, 80% or so. After the completion of work, of course, there could be operational mechanism put in place to ensure a smooth takeoff. We are even talking about minimal capacity in terms of refining. That is what we are looking at. Whether it is being favored to, it is done to favor the Dangote refinery, well, it's also a kind of possibility. But don't also forget, the Dangote refinery completion and operational date have also been repeatedly shifted if you follow the trend, because at some point it was supposed to be fully completed by middle of 2022. That was shifted to December again, and now to this time. Don't also forget, we must bear this in mind. It is not only the Port Harcourt refinery that could give us the desired results. What we are currently looking at is the combination of both the Dangote refinery, the Port Harcourt refurbished refinery, and some other modular refinery. At least they may not be able to totally stop the importation of PMS, but substantially it will reduce the level of importation, because currently by the CBN data, we use 30%, over 30% of our entire forest for the importation of refined petroleum products into the country alone. So that is huge. So if this refinery come upstream, we'll be able to reduce that volume to a large extent. So in a way, the first quarter of 2023 is almost here. That is between now and the end of March, for example. So if the federal government can still do everything, put it together to ensure the operational kickoff of that particular refinery. And if Dangote refinery is also coming on board, so many people believe that when Dangote refinery is fully operational, everything about fuel and fuel subsidy will become a thing of the past. No, Dangote is in the sector to make money. You understand? The only thing that can affect the economy positively is the area of forest depletion. Area of forest depletion, which means that number of barrel Dangote refinery could help refine per day, that will be out of what we are supposed to bring into the country in terms of refined products. So for me, it's going to be a win-win situation at the end of the day. If we are able to develop substantial capacity in terms of refining the petroleum product, of course, the issue of subsidy for those who are aspiring to be president come next month, that will just gradually take place, especially in phases, if we are able to ensure that we refine. Because the argument against or for subsidy removal have always been lack of local refining capacity. And if we can't get that done, it will be like an economic suicide, especially the downstream oil sector, to remove subsidy just by fiat. So let's see how it goes. If it become operational, the Port Harcourt refinery by first quarter 2023, and Dangote refinery operational takeoff coincide with that, it will also affect the economy positively.
All right, and from Daily Trust newspaper, President Buhari says nobody can blackmail him on inexplicable wealth and illicit enrichment while in office, saying, and I quote him, "I do not have 1 square inch outside Nigeria." And he says he vows to serve God and Nigeria until last day in office.
Yes, that was the president speaking there. Of course, the president can tell you that he's not directly involved in the stealing of Nigerians' money. But, at times when you surround yourself with people that are stealing, the president cannot feign ignorance of massive and monumental corruption under his leadership, under his administration. A lot of top government officials have been indicted for fraud, for corruption. So how do you define that? It is not only in you not taking money out of the treasury. There was a time a president of this country said stealing was not corruption. Excuse me. We criticized that at that particular point in time. But under the administration, that the president is even voted as an anti-corruption champion in sub-Saharan Africa, we are looking at what is currently going on. Because some of the economic woe that we are currently facing are as a result of monumental fraud and corruption on the part of the government. How would the president explain, for example, an attorney or the Accountant General of the Federation who carted away with about 109 billion naira? How would the president be able to explain that? Don't also forget that Accountant General was supposed to have retired, a year before that incident happened. The president just elongated his tenure in office, and that happened. So there are look at the